If you're looking for WWE Backlash predictions, you've come to the wrong place, because this is WWE, the greatest wrestling match predictions ever. Backlash. And of course we will discuss the inevitable, apparent greatest wrestling match ever later on in the video. We've got quite a stacked card for Backlash. I'm not sure if there'll be a few more matches added since making this video. Hopefully not. I hope there's just one or two. I'm very surprised Seth Rollins doesn't seem to have a match at Backlash, but the matches that are made are pretty cool. Now, if you are watching this video and you're a fan of the channel, make sure you turn on notifications, because when WWE Backlash finishes on Sunday, we will be going live with a Chill Zone, a live stream talking about Backlash, so make sure you join us for that. Make sure if you are new to the channel, you hit that subscribe button. We are now on the road to 25,000 subscribers, so thank you for that. But the first match we'll start off with was just made on Monday Night Raw. It is Apollo Crews defending the United States Championship against Andrade. I'm really into this. I think Apollo Crews has finally been given a massive chance to be a champion. I don't think that's going to end anytime soon, and I think Apollo will retain the title. But I really think this will be a good match. Andrade is one of the best workers WWE have got. I think Zelina Vega and Angel Garza could get involved. Maybe cast Andrade by accident. I think it's likely. Now, the Women's Tag Team Championship match will feature pretty much the entire division, as Bayley and Sasha defend the titles against the Iconics and Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. I think this will be a decent match. I don't see why it would be bad. I kind of wish they didn't do that 3-team match on Raw, because it kind of now doesn't feel special that we got a 3 women's team tag match thing, because we don't get this every day. So the fact they did it on Raw kind of does take it away a little bit. But I don't see any other way that they can get out of this except Bayley and Sasha winning. I really don't. I think Bayley and Sasha make really good women's tag team champs, unless this is the start of the end for Bayley and Sasha. If that's the case, then I think the Iconics will win. But if not, I think Bayley and Sasha will retain. Now we get to a juicy match. Jeff Hardy, one-on-one versus Sheamus. Now, I'm really into this. Of course, this has been one of the big stories over on Smackdown. Jeff Hardy seemingly got framed for a basically drink-driving hit-and-run on Elias. The person was wearing a hood, but they had ginger hair, ginger beard. Obviously, that looks like Sheamus immediately, but a lot of us are convinced that wasn't Sheamus, and we're now wondering if maybe the hacker could reveal something. I think that's very possible. So it's interesting to see what happens at Backlash. I feel like the hacker could show up at Backlash. If not Backlash, maybe the Smackdown following Backlash. Because here's the thing that I don't understand, okay? I think Jeff Hardy will win the match, but Jeff was framed. Now, if Sheamus framed Jeff, right, why would he not admit that, and then there's a reason for the blood feud? Surely Sheamus isn't going to come out after Backlash, admit it was him after they've had a match, because that means they got to have another match. I don't get it. So that's why I think Jeff Hardy will win. Then the hacker will reveal something. Asuka goes one-on-one with Nia Jax for the Raw Women's Championship. This match has actually had some decent build. I'm pretty excited for it. I'm a huge fan of Asuka. I do like what Nia Jax has been doing lately, costing Asuka matches, really trying to get into her head. I don't think Nia's going to win it, though. I don't. I think we're going to be setting up for Asuka versus Charlotte for the championship. So, Asuka to retain in this. I do think the match will be pretty decent. I know a lot of people are down on Nia. I don't get it. I think Nia's okay. I really do. I think Asuka's really come into her own since the whole everything going on in the world thing. So obviously this is her big time at the moment. So I think Asuka to retain the title and then go on to face Charlotte at a later date. Drew McIntyre defends the WWE title against Bobby Lashley. This match is going to be hard hitting. If both of these men are on form, this could be a real good match. I'm really excited for this. Lashley has always been one of my favourites since he was in WWE the first time round. I followed him through Impact. Now I'm glad he's back on Raw. Obviously, he's a new breath of fresh air for Lashley. He's got a new finishing move with the full Nelson. Drew McIntyre, though, he is at the top of his game at the moment. But there are rumours that Lashley could win the WWE title at Backlash. And I wouldn't be upset if he does that. I think Lashley's a really top talent superstar. So I'm actually going to go out on a limb here and say Lashley to win the WWE title. I kind of go with my heart, not my head. The Universal title is also on the line at Backlash in a 2-on-1 handicap match as Miz and Morrison take on Braun Strowman. What an interesting way to defend a world title. Personally, I wouldn't mind seeing co-champs. I think that could be quite fun. I do not see Braun losing this match. Unless there is something else going to happen at Backlash. We did make a video on Monday talking about maybe Bray Wyatt's return at Backlash. It is the rumour going around at the moment that The Fiend could show up at Backlash and attack Braun Strowman to continue that rivalry. So, obviously, you got to be thinking, okay, could that happen during the match? And if it does that give the advantage to Miz and Morrison? Does that allow them then to pick up the victory over the monster? Very likely. So, I don't know what's going to happen. I think if Bray doesn't return, if The Fiend doesn't attack during the match, if he attacks after or on Smackdown next week, then I think Braun 100% will retain the Universal title. But it's important to note, Otis does not have a match at Backlash. So, could Mr. Money in the Bank cash in the briefcase on Braun Strowman? We've seen it teased before. Maybe The Fiend attacks, and then Otis cashes in. Maybe Miz and Morrison win by some weird, wacky way The Fiend attacks, and then Otis cashes in on them. Could be possible. And here we go. The greatest wrestling match ever at Backlash. Edge, Randy Orton. I genuinely don't know how and why WWE gave this match that title. The truth is, okay, you could put Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker, call it this, and the problem is it will not live up to the hype because a lot of people will expect it to be the greatest wrestling match ever. Now, another problem I have with this match is, you call it this, a wrestling match, kayfabe, you want to believe it's real. So how do we know that the match doesn't start, Edge does a roll-up pin or something and gets the win within 5 seconds? That's not the greatest wrestling match ever. And I kind of worry that there could be something planned for this, because WWE would not call this the greatest wrestling match ever without some kind of backup plan. Maybe some kind of cinematic effect. Maybe something going on that we're not expecting to see. I feel like there's got to be something, because otherwise this is not going to be the greatest wrestling match ever. And this is such a hard match to call as well. WWE have done a good job of keeping these superstars feeling special. Of course, Edge has not wrestled since WrestleMania. I don't think Randy Orton's actually wrestled since WrestleMania either. So obviously there's a huge gap here between their actual matches, without anything else going on between it. I gotta say, I'm gonna go with Edge. I think Edge could win this, whatever weird, wacky thing we see at Backlash. Now, I always think that Backlash is always an underrated pay-per-view. WWE seem to deliver good matches and a good show at Backlashes in the past. So, yeah, I'm hoping that this Sunday that trend will continue and Backlash will be great, because we all like great shows, don't we? We don't want to watch a 3-hour Raw that's boring or anything. We want to watch something good. So, hopefully Backlash this Sunday will be a good show. Let me know your thoughts and your predictions in the comment section down below. As I mentioned, if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and make sure you join us on Sunday after Backlash. We will be live on the channel. Make sure you like the video. I'll see you next time. Peace!